I will reveal that I was hazed in college. And I've never mentioned this to anybody. All right. Now, I didn't undergo some of the things that are alleged to have undergone here. I can tell you where, when it went off the hook, or at least I thought it was getting ready to go off the hook, I turned around and told the guy who was getting ready to, hammer me with a cattle prod. I said, if you touch me with that thing, I will beat you until you're within an inch of your life. And he backed off. So it took something like that for me to get him to calm down. I was willing to go along with it. I went along with it. I understand hazing is such a horrible term for it anyway, but that's what it turns out to be. What hazing does is it brings out the sadists in people. It brings out the power trip in people. What it's intended to do is it's intended to bring.
Hazing. Let's stop using the word hazing. Let's call it
Well, I would
sexual
agree with
assault,
that.
rape.
I would agree with that. Okay, that's exactly that's the problem. It's gone too far. I would tell you that my initial inclination, whenever I hear stories like this, Ed and Pete, whenever I hear stories like this, I'm like, oh man, I went through this when I was in school. There's nothing to it. Who let it get out of control? And usually it's the leadership that lets it get out of control. This may be where Pat Fitzgerald in this instance is held culpable. He should have known, but I would tell you, as someone who's worked for and worked within sports teams for all of my professional life, it's damn near impossible to keep track of everything that your kids do. And I would also tell you that, well, that's your job. No, it's not. It's not their job. Your job is to coach them and to win games. That's your job today. Your job is not to play nursemaid. Your job is not to bring them up, however you feel they should have been brought up. That should have been done at home. And so this to me speaks to a larger issue societal wise, as these kids don't know the difference between right and wrong. And so when they get unloosed and unhinged like this, it simply gets out of control. The coaches aren't there to rein them in, or they just don't want to know about it. And that's where they should be held culpable.